Hello guys, welcome to today's video. With everything happening around the globe, we've been lucky enough to have such a good releases throughout this year. Titles like God of War Ragnarok, Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden and many others have made 2022 such an exciting year. But the show is not over. In today's video, we bring you the best titles coming out in December to finish the year on a high note. Let's get started. Outsmarting the cops never gets old. Need for Speed Unbound is the latest title for the Need for Speed franchise. Published by EA, the game aims to compete races, drive challenges, tune and modify cars, and finally reach the Grand. The Grand is the ultimate street racing challenge. It is based on a new open-world city full of darkness and skyscrapers, and you can only compete in it by making enough cash to enter weekly qualifiers. So make every single race count. We know car customization is one of the main reasons why people love Need for Speed so much. Well, Unbound is not an exception. Customize wheels, tires, side skirts and even stickers on the window. Not only that, but your character's clothing can be altered too. Speaking of characters, the one and only A$AP Rocky will be part of this new release as well. To this day, we don't know precisely to what extent the famous rapper will be involved. What we know is that he will be leading the soundtrack and his Mercedes 190E from the 1980s will be part of the cars you can unlock. Need for Speed Unbound will be released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S and PC. You can start racing on December 2nd. Moving next, we have the Callisto Protocol. It is a third-person survival horror game developed by Striking Distance Studios and directed by Glenn Schofield, who had also previously co-created the Dead Space. Although the title is somewhat similar to Dead Space, the power of new-gen technology, visuals, awesome sci-fi locations and sound designs make this title one of the best horror games in 2022. The game is set in 2030 at a prison located on Jupiter's moon Callisto. Players will take the role of the prisoner Jacob Lee trying to escape Blake Island prison while facing an alien invasion. You can dodge and block attacks, pick up objects or enemies and throw them away, and kill as many aliens as you please. But as you might have guessed, aliens are stronger than Jacob, so you would have to be very precise, not only when shooting, but as landing the kill as well. The fact that the camera is so close to Jacob that you can even see your own head being blown away makes the game so much more horrifying. Or exciting? Depends on how brave you are. The Callisto Protocol will be released on PS5, Xbox Series X and PC on December 2nd. Resident Evil Village Winter's expansion is a must-buy for the game's fans. Although we are more familiar with her father Ethan, this time you will play as Rose Winters, 16 years after the events of the main game. Rose is looking to have a normal life. She resents having these powers and trying to get rid of them. When offered the chance to go back to normal, Rose dives right into it. She is able to explore the crystal that will help her to get rid of the powers and allow her to live a normal life. This crystal takes Rose into the memories of those who have died in the close proximity to the fungal hive mind. Rose finds herself locked within the consciousness of Megamycete and fighting for her life. Luckily, she is not by herself. She has the help of her angel Michael, who communicates with her through floating golden letters. Rose finds weapons throughout the game to defend herself, but she can also use her special powers to defeat the creatures in her consciousness. The game is played from a third-person perspective, which makes a huge difference. Players with a Nintendo Switch will be able to enjoy the game starting from December 2nd. If that was too scary for you, now we bring you something more friendly and adventurous instead. Dragon Quest Treasures is an upcoming RPG game that follows the journey of siblings Eric and Mia through Draconia. The game acts as a sort of prequel to Dragon Quest XI, starring Mia and Eric in their younger days. The goal in this game is to find the 7 Dragonstones in this weird and wonderful world full of monsters and treasures. You will have to fight some of these monsters, but you can also invite some to join your journey. In fact, you will have to become friends with some of them to use their abilities to get to access to certain areas or solving puzzles. This title is launching on December 9th exclusively for Nintendo Switch. Moving on next, we have High on Life. Developed by Justin Roiland, Rick and Morty co-creator, High on Life promises to be the best FPS of 2022. Although the game is not really in the Rick and Morty universe, a lot of things do seem alike. Space stuff, science, weird aliens and very bizarre but peculiar humor. The story follows a character who has to face an alien drug cartel that has invaded Earth. Now you will have to team up with talking knives and guns to rescue their friends, save the planet and destroy the alien drug cartel. Yes, some Rick and Morty shit. The game isn't an open world shooter, but it does give you the option to fight the bosses in whatever order we prefer before fighting the big boss. You might even have to go back to some areas more than once to get new weapons and unlock new abilities. Can we expect Rick and Morty appearing on the game? Not exactly. However, the default talking guy named Kenny sounds exactly like Morty, but every different gun you will get have different voice, meaning different jokes too. Developed by Squanch Games, this game will release on PS5 and PS4 on December 13th. And that is all for today's video. I hope you guys liked it and have a happy Christmas this December. Let us know which of the games you're most excited about in the comments below and which games you're looking forward to next year. Remember, you can also see the full games releases list on our website. You can find the link in the description below. This is Rudy and see you next time.